From LALATE News Headquarters in Santa Monica, this is Mornings LALATE.
It's a big early mornings broadcast here on LALATE with your fourth stimulus check update today of 2021, and also your fifth stimulus check and your third stimulus check. Big exciting news as that fourth stimulus check is pushing closer to the finish line. The fourth stimulus check is that monthly stimulus check that starts in the month of July and pays every month thereafter. The House plan pays a stimulus check for the rest of the pandemic plus a year, where the senators want to pay a stimulus check between July and December. Which plan is better? I have all the details in this recording, and I'll analyze what's going on. I'll also analyze why fourth stimulus does not include certain items that are set to expire. And while countless viewers are now saying, wait a second, you can't let those things expire, those are items from the first, second, and third stimulus package that are not currently slated to be added to the fourth stimulus. We'll be going over all those details in this recording. Also, we'll be cutting over to the fifth stimulus, and while the president calls it the Family Act, there's actually a lot of stuff in there for single people, for seniors, and older people as well. And then we'll go over the big money that's going live this week. Yes, it's money that you're entitled to. I'll be going over all that big exciting news on a new morning. As the toast is toasted, the butter is buttering. I'm here, you're here. And as America wakes up across the board, let's get to it. It's a big morning, and I'm excited you're here of Early Mornings LALATE. It's a big Tuesday morning of Early Mornings LALATE as we crash into a new day and we are surfing our stimulus to the finish line. How are you? The toast is toast and the butter is butter, and I'm here, you're here. I'm so excited you have joined me on Early Mornings LALATE's broadcast today. In this recording, I'm going to go over the fourth stimulus check, that monthly stimulus check that starts in the month of July. Who gets it? How much? Where is it? How does it work? What's at issue? And then we'll cut over to the other items that are currently not slated to be added to fourth stimulus, but should be. You're going to be shocked about what's not currently slated that should be and is set to expire. Oh boy. Then we'll be going over the big money that's going live this week and what you need to know to get it. And then we'll be cutting over to a little bit of fifth stimulus. That is the SSDI reform, the big money you're entitled to, and all that incredible great news. If you have not subscribed, please do. If you're new to this channel, let me tell you what LALATE is. It is the most comprehensive, the most interactive, the most fun, and the most accurate 24-hour a day, 7-day a week financial news channel. Nothing is like it. Also, like this video. Let's try to do 3,000 likes. And if you've not become a member, consider becoming a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, Calcino VIP. This is an instant chat, which Early Mornings has been since day one. And you interact with your familiar faces across the board. Let's start with that monthly stimulus check of the fourth stimulus package. The fourth stimulus package differs if you look at the House plan or the Senate plan. Let's first look at the House plan. So those House members, Talil and Jalapal, introduced the bill that defines how they're going to pay this out. Slightly interesting, $2,000 the first month, $1,000 every month thereafter. But their time frame is fascinating. They want to do the remainder of the pandemic, a check every month, and then a year after that. Wow, really quite fascinating. So yeah, there is differences between the House and Senate plan. Let's look at the House plan. You just saw it. House member stimulus check for the remainder of the pandemic plus 1 year. So there's 4 months left of the pandemic. You get 4 months of checks there, and then you get another year on top of that. Senators are giving stimulus checks from now to the end of July. Who are the movers and shakers? House members are moderates. House members are progressive. Senators are more moderates. And then we have the monthly check amount. $2,000 you just saw from the House members the first month, $1,000 thereafter. Senators have not put in writing what amount they definitively want. But word on the street is they want either $2,000 a month or $1,400 a month over 6 months. $12,000 or $8,400. Away we go. Yep, there you go. Now, if you have seen YouTubers who have had $2,000 in their thumbnail or $2,000 in their title or saying that you're getting $2,000 a month, it's absolute untrue bollocks, because no one of the senators have put in writing what the senators are going to do, unlike the House members who actually have a bill. And who gets a fourth stimulus? You do. Same as third stimulus. So you do. If you make less than $75,000, you get it. Household for or less, you get it. And SSI or SSDI, Social Security Railroad benefits, you get it. So if it's a household of 4, you times it by 4, and a married couple, 150,000 or less, you double it. Pretty easy breezy. When, how do you get it? Where do you get it? How do you get it? All that delicious news. Let me go over it right now. First, when? July. You would get the first month in the month of July for the month of July. Leader Schumer and Speaker Pelosi confirmed the vote would be no later than July 4th, so the first check would be for the month of July in the month of July, and then continuing month after month thereafter. It is not income, so it is not a taxable event. It does not disqualify you from benefits. We know nothing about child support being taken out or any of those subject matters yet. It's too early in the equation. And that is basically it. I've had some people in some of the comments yesterday on Monday saying, is it starting in May? Is it starting in June? No. I've made a version of this video, I think, for the last 2-3 weeks, and I've said 1,000 times, July, because that's what Leader Schumer and Speaker Pelosi say. Why are people coming into this channel and asking about May and June for stimulus checks? Again, because of a particular other YouTuber who is even doing videos that say just passed for stimulus. No, it is not just passed. In fact, it doesn't even have a bill yet. So when do we see the bill? It's going to take a 2-month process. It's called a reconciliation, and it has 2 bills over 2 months. Bill number 1 is a procedural bill in which they agree to do a reconciliation. Starts with the vote, House pass, Senate pass, President signs it. Then they go back and they do the substantive bill that has a substance in it. The President wants roads, infrastructure, climate, they put it in there. But then they do the add-on. The add-on is the monthly stimulus check. Now, they may add on other things, but you're going to see in this recording, starting right about now, that they may need to add other things in there. So that's the 4 stimulus check update 2021 for today. But here's what you need to know. They need to add other stuff in there. Why? There's 3 categories of items that some which date all the way back to the first stimulus package that are set to expire at the end of third stimulus, and no one has been talking about extending them. No one, except you and me on this channel. And now that I see that no one's talking about that, I'm saying let's ramp up the heat. Purple Power, my viewers of this channel, do your thing. Hashtag Purple Power. Take this video, share it on social media, say, wait a second, you can't let these things expire. Are you crazy? Let's go over the 3 categories of items first, and then we'll go over the specifics. All federal benefits for unemployment, bye, going away. What? Yes, really. Then all rent assistance going away. Yes, really. And finally, all the money for businesses. No way. Yes, absolutely. So this makes no sense for certain people and for most viewers of this channel. Let's go over each of them one at a time. First, unemployment benefits expiring for federal unemployment benefits? Yes. The third stimulus is set to, the third stimulus extended these items, but that extension is going to run out about when these congressional leaders are on vacation between July and September. So you saw what they did to you last year. We are never going to forget that. They went on vacation in July and they let FPUC expire and they never renewed it and they picked it up in December. They will do that again to you. They have no qualms about these congressional leaders. So unemployment benefits, you don't want them to expire. You want them to be extended before they expire. What are they? PEUC, which is the extension of UI. FPUC, which is the $300 add-on that goes on top of your UI and PUA. And then PUA, which is your self-employment benefits, gig worker, Airbnb, Grubhub's, Uber, Lyft. Going away? Yes. I mean, it's just shocking. Now, here's my opinion of the situation. I think it's insane to let them expire. If you look at the current numbers, we're adding 500,000 people a week on unemployment. We're continuing unemployment numbers, 15, 16 million people. We have 8 million jobs still missing in this economy. I mean, why would you end unemployment at the state? We're nowhere close to solving unemployment. And if the Federal Reserve and Janet Yellen, the head of Treasury, said we're not going to ease the brakes, ease the pedal on unemployment until everyone's employed, then why would you ease it here? So this is a big one. The second one is the business stuff. All the business stuff going away. Yes, EIDL grant, EIDL loan, PPP, shutter venue grant, restaurant grant, all going away. Yeah. Now, later in this recording, I'm going to go over some of that money, but it's just surprising. This president doesn't want to ensure that people have their business assistance going forward. Now, here's my concern. I want to be devil's advocate on this one. This is the same president who said to you he was going to give you a business grant to go start a new business. He did not. He did not deliver on that promise for third stimulus. So would he allow other items of third stimulus that have dated back to the first stimulus package to expire? I don't know. He extended the PPP program by executive order, which was absolutely wonderful of him. So would he just fix all this unemployment stuff by executive order? I don't know. And I don't want to rely upon that because he's not been reliable for executive orders. Case in point, student loan debt forgiveness. So that's that one. And then the final one? The final one is the money for the rent, utilities, mortgage assistance, utility assistance, going away, along with the eviction moratorium and the mortgage forbearance. What? Now here I need to tell you the mindset at issue, so you know who will push back on you among elected officials. They had thought that the reason they're going to give you money for these items, money to pay your mortgage, money to pay your rent, is so that they could lift the eviction moratorium, lift the mortgage forbearance. So we're going to give you money so you get it. I don't know if I agree with that. What do you think? So ultimately, those are three groups of items that you could get added to the fourth stimulus. The bill has not been written yet. You can push and add it. And remember, the way they add things, add-ons to the fourth stimulus is often by the vote-a-rama. That is the 2-day event when the bill lands in the Senate. That vote-a-rama is potentially where they're going to add those monthly stimulus checks. But that vote-a-rama could be used to add your items that are expiring from third stimulus. And there you go. Now you're updated about your fourth stimulus check of 2021 today. Now let's go over the big other money that's going live. Some of it has gone live, some of it is going live. I want you to get that money first because you're a Purple Hawk. Hawk, hawk. You get the money before anyone else. And let's go over the details. First, the shuttered venue grant's live. I've been telling you for a couple of days. Go get it. SBA.gov. The restaurant grant's live. I've been telling you that since the day it went live. Go to SBA.gov. One is not particularly just for restaurants, and one is not just for shutters or venues. So go to SBA.gov to apply. I'm sensing that the EIDL grant of $5,000 is going to go live this week. That's just my gut. Let's see if I'm right or wrong. Then going live this week is the money for the children and the money for the mortgages, and also the money for the unemployment. A lot of big other things. So let me go over each of them one at a time. First, all that money for renters and homeowners is finally landing. So this is the rent for renters, utilities for utility renters, and then the mortgage for homeowners and the utilities for homeowners. It's third stimulus. It's not second stimulus, which just was there and has now ran out. This is a new wave, a third stimulus, the law from January or March. So this is now landing in the states, counties, cities from third stimulus. So go get it. This is the May add-on. So go get that money. If you need help finding it, reach out to the volunteers and community channel. Meantime, what's going live this week, next week is the refund from IRS for your unemployment. I'm going to explain to you what it is and what it is not. And then the money for the children. And then we're going to touch back on what's going on with that student loan debt forgiveness. And then I'll give you a quick update about fifth stimulus check as well. Stay informed, stay focused. I'll be back in 60 seconds. Here's a little bit about the community page. If you want money right now, not 5 days from now, and not 5 weeks from now, then reach out to the community page. The volunteers can help you find that money for rent and utilities. That's at news.lalate.com/community. The community page features a series of volunteers who are viewers like you. They can help you find rent, utilities, SNAP, food benefits, mortgage assistance, and help you with eviction moratorium questions as well. Their Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram individuals reach out to them and indicate the city and state you're from, and they'll get back to you shortly. That's a community page. Volunteers working for you, viewers helping one another. Stay with LA for more. Join LALATE daily for the excitement of the new LALATE live daily. The excitement starts on Mornings LALATE at 9 a.m. Home LALATE returns at 11 a.m. daily. And then afternoons LALATE at 1 p.m. Join us daily as the excitement continues live from Santa Monica on LALATE. And the excitement continues here on Mornings LALATE in just a little bit. That's at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time, and that will be live. I look forward to seeing you live on air with the latest details from Wall Street to Main Street, financial data, and everything about your stimulus. Then at noontime, big updates as to fourth and fifth stimulus heat up. I'll have all that and more. Afternoons LALATE at 4 p.m. is my Q&A show in which I answer your questions live on air about anything financial you want to ask questions about. And then we go into our evening schedule programming of shows. That's the afternoon's taped show. It's a big one, and we're going to have a lot of big news today. Then evenings LALATE at 8 p.m., and then we go into LALATE 9. How are you? It's a big early mornings broadcast. The toast is toast and the butter is butter, and I'm here, you're here, and I'm so excited you joined me in the live chat this morning. If you have not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. This is the best community out there. I want to ensure it stays that way. So if you're a new subscriber, say hi, I'm new. And if you are an old subscriber, say, oh, hey, how are you? Invite them to the community. Say, how are you? I want that spirit of camaraderie, that spirit of inclusiveness, kindness, and helpfulness across the board. Also, like this video. Let's try to do 2,000-3,000 likes. If you've not become a member, also consider becoming a member in the pinned comment and in the chat as well. So the other items of third stimulus going live this week, oh boy. These are being butchered left and right, and so I'm going to analyze one of them at a time for you. So the unemployment money, federal unemployment money, is just getting butchered by some YouTubers. They're saying that you're getting $10,200 stimulus checks back in the mail. Oh, first of all, no one's getting $10,200 as a check. And second, it's not a stimulus check. And third, it's not even a profitable item. You're not making money on this deal. You're just getting back what you paid. So let me go over what you are getting and what you're not getting, but need to do something. Let's get to the details. First, if you filed a 2020 tax return and paid taxes on the first $10,200 of your unemployment, you're getting back that part of the taxes you paid on that unemployment. So here's an example. Let's say you had $9,000 of unemployment last year. You did your tax return and filed it for 2020, and your total tax bill was $5,000, of which $1,000 of it was for your unemployment. What are you getting back? $1,000. You're not getting back $5,000. You're not getting back $9,000. YouTubers are saying that people are getting back the full unemployment benefits. They're getting no. You're getting back just the portion of the taxes you paid on the unemployment from 2020. And that is a break even. It's not a profitable venture. Now, how about everyone else? Everyone else is getting nothing unless they do something. And that's where also the narrative is getting off the track. If you have not filed a 2020 tax return and don't intend to file a 2020 tax return, but did have unemployment taken out, did have federal taxes taken out of your unemployment each week in 2020 before you got your payment check, then you're not going to get that refunded to you unless you file a 2020 return. Again, let's say you get your weekly benefits of, what was it, $400, and you took out $85 every week for federal taxes. You're not going to get that refunded to you unless you filed a 2020 return and request it back. So again, this is a fix. Finally, if you did not file a 2020 return and did not take out for federal taxes before you got your unemployment benefits, then you're not getting anything back at all because you never took out for unemployment. Make sure when you file your 2020 return that you, again, do not pay federal taxes on the first $10,200. Pretty easy. All right, let's go to the money for the children. So the money for the children starts in the month of July, but the deadline to tee it up is now. IRS has said, don't tell us about this, and we'll give you advisories about that. They didn't do any of that. So ultimately, you need to reach out to your tax preparer for advice, because that is not me. But here's what you need to know, is your personal 2020 tax return is coming up due relatively soon. And there's two environments in which you're not going to get this money for the children. And the first one is you don't file tax returns. If you don't file tax returns, there's no way they're going to know, IRS, that you have a child. So if you're looking for that $3,600 or $3,000 paid monthly starting in the month of July, you're going to have to get that 2020 tax return on file for you and your child in the next few days, because it's due in a couple of days from now. That's that 2020 return. Then if you do file tax returns but don't list your dependent child, you're going to have to go to that tax preparer and say, hey, I got a problem. Now, here's what I've been telling viewers, and I'll be telling viewers probably all the way up to tax day, is that if you have a couple of things you need to fix, tell your tax preparer. If you have to request a missing first stimulus check, a missing second stimulus check, a missing third stimulus check, you have to update IRS about a child, you got to request unemployment taxes you paid refunded back to you, tell your tax preparer everything you got to fix, because this is the time to fix it. You don't want to go into an amended return and fixing it thereafter. All right, so that is third stimulus and fourth stimulus. Let's go to fifth stimulus. Today on the morning schedule programs, I'm going to go over the big money that is in fifth stimulus that is not just for individuals, but I want to give you a preview of what it is. There's a lot of money in the fifth stimulus package this fall that is not just for families. It includes paid leave, which is for a person who works, individual, has to stay at home because of a series of events. It doesn't have to involve a family member. Sometimes it could be stalking victim. You're a stalking victim. You get up to 12 weeks of paid leave. Then there is increasing the SNAP benefits. That's not just for families. And then there is lowering insurance premiums, continuing that from third stimulus now into fourth stimulus. That's also for single individuals and also for seniors. And finally, they make permanent the earned income tax credit for single people. So this is really exciting. Under the third stimulus package, they made live a law that provided that if you were an essential worker during this pandemic, and as an essential worker, you worked and made money, they're going to give you an earned income tax credit. What was the qualifications under the third stimulus law? 19 years or older, $25,000 or less, worked as an essential worker. They're going to give you a $1,504 earned income tax credit. I love that they want to make this a permanent provision under the fifth stimulus package. But here's the problem that I see with it. First, I've had viewers say, why is it limited to people who make less than $25,000? And second, why is it only $1,504? I agree. So I would change the qualification and make it for people who make more than $25,000. That's the first one. And second, I would include it for people, give it for more than $1,504. It doesn't make sense that you make $27,000 and you don't get a tax credit. Remember, this is a tax credit. It ain't a check. It doesn't cost much for the federal government to give you a check, to give you a tax credit. So that's fifth stimulus. All right, then let's go to the big SSI and SSDI reform under fifth stimulus. I told you this was a big broadcast. I hope you're staying to the end because, boy, there's a lot of stuff in this show. I mean, where else do you see also this detail? So that SSI reform is detailed in a massive letter from those Senate Democrats. And how are they going to do it? So first they're going to increase your benefits, increase your asset limits at inflationary benchmark, then remove an income exclusion, and then remove a marriage penalty. And yes, this is their add-on to the fifth stimulus. Just like they have an add-on of stimulus checks to the fourth, this is their add-on to the fifth. And let me go over all those details right now. So what does that mean, increasing your benefits? So they're going to take your benefits and raise it up to a new number. Who is you? SSI, SSDI, Social Security, railroad benefits, veterans benefits, Social Security benefits, Social Security survivor benefits. If you've been on benefits for 20 years, yeah, of course they're going to raise it up. If you have two benefits, yep, they're going to raise both of them to a big new number. Then they're going to tie your benefits to inflation, and that's really good because inflation is supposed to go 2 to 4%, grow 2 to 4% over the next few years. But on this weekend and detailed on Monday, Warren Buffett, head of Berkshire Hathaway, said that he thinks inflation could be much higher. More high inflation means you're going to get more benefits from the federal government. We're seeing substantial inflation. It's very interesting. We're raising prices. People are raising prices. We got 9 home builders, so we really have a lot of housing. The costs are up. Steel costs are down, are up, you know. And let me make make something clear, which I haven't made clear in a while. Let's say inflation is 5% at the end of this year. Then they'll raise your benefits up 5%. Let's say next year inflation is only 1%. That doesn't mean they're going to reduce your benefits. No, they'll take you from where you are and raise and then raise it up another 1%. So they're never going to reduce you. You'll stay at the same level or higher. Then they're going to remove the asset cap. That dates back to a 1984 rule that says you can't keep more than $3,000 on hand in your bank account for some of you. They're going to remove the income cap that says you can't keep more than you can't work and stay on benefits. It's a 1962 law. My goodness. So you're going to cut that out and say, hey, you want to work $1,000, $2,000 a month? Go ahead. We're not going to kick you off benefits. We want you to be able to work if you can. And finally, if you're a victim of the marriage penalty, they are kicking that to the curb. So there no longer will be a marriage penalty. And as you go into a new day and as we stay positive across the board, it's important to understand that there's a lot of money under the third stimulus package, under the fourth stimulus package, and elsewhere. In this recording, I hopefully have shown you that the money from the third, fourth, and fifth is all happening. And while the president may call the fifth stimulus package the American Family Act, it's just a name. And I don't know why he has these names. The American Family Plan, there's a lot of stuff in the fifth stimulus package that's just for single people. There's a lot of stuff that's just for seniors. The fourth stimulus, which is called the infrastructure bill, you're getting a stimulus check even though it's an infrastructure bill. And guess what? They need to add in the extension of unemployment. They need to add in those other extensions. What's important to understand is that the process is the same. Reconciliation, 2 months. May to July, September to October. When would you get these benefits increased that I detail in the fifth stimulus? Around November. And there you go. Hopefully this video has been informative and educational and fun and interactive for you. I appreciate all the kindness that everyone has had as a family in recent days. I want to continue that spirit. I look forward to seeing you more later on this channel today. Again, I'm back with you on Mornings LALATE in 12 noon, then noontime at 2 p.m., followed by Afternoons LALATE, our interactive show in which I answer your questions live on air. And then we go into Afternoons LALATE at 6 p.m., followed by Evenings LALATE at 8 p.m., and then LA Late Night. It's important that you show the outside world that this is a channel of inclusiveness, that we invite people to join, that we treat them with respect. So make sure you subscribe. And then when you do subscribe, say, hi, I'm a new subscriber. And then when you see that new subscriber, say, welcome. Let's grow this channel. 400,000 subscribers in 1 year. It's a YouTube record. Let's get to 400,000. Also, like this video, 2,000-3,000 likes. It really helps in the algorithm rankings. And with that, also consider becoming a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, or Calcio VIP. It's going to be a big morning, and I'm just really excited you're here. Stay informed, always stay focused, always stay positive. And remember that ultimately, when we're talking about fourth stimulus, when we're talking about fifth stimulus, you need to push sometimes. You'll absolutely need to push because fourth stimulus should not let certain items expire. Fifth stimulus is the fix-it for certain items that many thought would have been enforced stimulus. But ultimately, as a family, we're going to get through this together. Stay informed, stay focused. Have a beautiful morning. The toast is toasting, the butter is buttering. And I will see you back here on Mornings LA. See you then.